Hi collective, this is miraclexistetarot channel, and I put up this black cat message because it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I got a download, and this is really important for somebody. I don't know, maybe for Divine Feminine. I don't know who is this message for, okay? And I have no idea if it's in connection with other readings that I get downloads, okay? The download is about a Divine Feminine who has a twin flame guy, okay? This is, I don't know where to start, okay? Because how I got to download it was really strange, because I got it through tarot cards, okay? So the tarot cards were moving alone and got aligned, and I read this energy like if I would have done the tarot reading. I mean, in a dream, okay? Before you start imagining things that does not exist. I don't know where to start, guys. I just don't know where to start. This twin flame guy died. Actually, he wanted that it happened, that he dies, because there was some crime, different groups involved, and he wanted to get away. And I think he did some financial manipulation to trick some money out. Actually, he thought he deserved this money. Actually, he did, because he was a divine masculine with lots of gifts. And these groups practically stole his energy, his gifts, his soul. He took away practically spiritually everything from him, okay? I won't get into that, what kind of love relationship he had with his wife, but I think he divorced after a long time ago. And he had a really huge sexual appetite. And that was a period of time he was confused about his sexuality. And he met a guy he fall in love with, okay? So he decided maybe he's bisexual. But let's get it short. So this guy didn't die, okay? But when he planned his death, he left everything on his twin flame, hoping that somehow he will get in contact with the twin flame and get this money back. Catfish her, or somehow he will trick this money back. So what's happened? His death was staged. So all this group calmed down and let everything settle down. After I saw a woman body at a plastic surgery clinic, private clinic, very tall blonde woman with beautiful breasts, beautiful body, and a vagina. Actually, this is the twin flame. He is not a man anymore, but a woman. The problem is that he thought he really wanted this, because there was some heavy spell work done on him, that he will be confused about his sexuality. And these men he fall in love with was bisexual also. He convinced the twin flame guy how beautiful he will be when he will transform. The problem is that he hated his new life. He does not feel good in this woman body, and he can't return to the man body he had because it's impossible. He's miserable as a woman. This guy who convinced him to transform himself into a woman has love for him. So they wanted to prepare for the future, and this twin flame guy sent in his boyfriend to Divine Feminine. So he wanted this guy to marry the Divine Feminine, like that he will have a right for the fortune and somehow check it out later on. Well, they didn't count on that Divine Feminine broke up with this guy, and this guy fall in love with the Divine Feminine also. So there's a fucked up situation there, because everything is complicated, because this ex-wife of this, or the ex of this Divine Masculine is doing some fraudulent work. So Divine Feminine won't get this money, won't get this heritage. So this Divine, the Twin Flame guy is really pissed off because nothing goes as he planned. And as the Divine Feminine won't receive this, so he could not manage to get away and have a new life because the woman who never ever loved him is holding this money back. This is quite unbelievable, this fucking story, honestly. I don't know who is this story for, but I'm telling you, this guy may be even supposed to go to prison. He staged his death. He escaped from it. So here we have a situation very complicated, and honestly, I don't know what will happen. I really don't know. Because this guy has feelings somewhere for his twin flame, but ignoring these feelings. Evident, he does not know how the female twin flame will react to all this bullshit he created. And I understand that. But in the same time, he does not know. Well, all of his plan went astray, so he does not know how to handle this situation or what to do now. Well, this is the download what I got. I found it really, really strange. I don't know who is it for. If you want to leave me a comment, I will appreciate it. This twin flame guy, who actually now a woman, engaging with women to have sex and try to get some sexual satisfaction because he does not feel good with her, with his female body. So he tries to have sex with women, but he just can't enjoy it. It's naturally the orgasm does not come because he wants to have it in a masculine way, but it does not come with the female body. He's suffering. Really suffering. He's hoping to come towards the Divine Feminine and have some kind of healing, even sexual healing. Us, I learned to be a psychologist and psychiatrist, actually. I studied lots of things about sexuality also, and as a spiritual coach, I faced with someone who went through similar thing, okay? And if this guy is listening to me, I don't know this message is for who. You need to reprogram your brain and know your feminine body now. Do you understand? And you have to learn to have an orgasm in a feminine way. That's the only way you can handle this situation. You have to make peace with this situation that you are not a man anymore. And it's really difficult, I can understand. But I don't know who you are, but if you want to contact me, I can help you with, give you some advice. Don't want to put everything on YouTube, you know. But it is possible because many gender transformation finish like this, okay? So they regret it after. And the most important thing that you psychologically transform yourself, and there are many methods to do that. What is really pissing me off, it's not that people do that, because I don't judge anybody, do you understand? And I know that when you have many lives, souls can change gender in lifetimes. And sometimes the memories won't get erased. They won't get blocked in a chain. So some people get confused, okay? So I do not judge these people, but why I'm angry is that there is no adapted care for people like that. For example, if you want to have a gastric ring or gastric surgery, you have at least, or where I live in France, we have, I don't know how many months you have to go in different groups and talk to psychologists. I have a friend who did a gastric ring. And they prepare you psychologically for this effect, okay? Because sometimes very fat women who had these gastric operations lost lots of weight and they couldn't handle it psychologically, so they committed suicide after. Because when their personality changed and they couldn't handle it, okay? And I'm convinced that the gender transformation, when you change your gender, they should do something similar. It should be obligation for the surgery or the clinic who does such a work, that they oblige the person who go through a transformation like that, because people needs to be prepared psychologically. And after, people can turn back from it, you know. I remember when I was married, my ex-husband wanted to force me to do it. And after a psychological preparation, I said no. And on top of that, for me, it was not because I ate a lot, but I had hormonal problem and other problems why I couldn't lose weight. So even if I would have done the surgery, I wouldn't have lost too much weight with it. But still, psychologically, what I took up this course, I decided not to go on with it. And also these friends of mine who had this surgery who had me through this. And I know it's really difficult because when it was not a gender transformation or evident. It was just like, I forget what is it called, when they wanted to take off a big part of my stomach, okay? But on the first place, my stomach is not too big. But it has so much consequences. So me, I'm really somebody who's really natural and don't like the things like that. So I was not in peace with it. But my the family of my husband and my husband wanted to force to do it. And I'm glad I didn't do it, because when I did this few course in psychology with them, and I talked to people who had done it, and so anyway, there was a psychological preparation that I've been through, and I decided not to go on with it. And I think when you go through a huge operation like that, that you lose certain body parts of yours or your organ, people needs to have a psychological preparation. And it's the same thing for organ, okay? So some people has, well, it's different because of the cancer. You are obliged to remove practically the zantesta, in the guts. So there is a way they have to evacuate this excess, not a natural way. That causes lots of psychological problem also. So when I see people, when they lose an organ or there is something different, they need to go through a operation, that they lose a body part or they lose their organs, and I think it's applied exactly for gender transformation also. Before this operation, they should be obliged to take a psychological preparation that takes many months. So people can think it through, excuse me, I have a hiccup again, and really decide what do they want, okay? So this Divine Feminine, if you listen to me, you did it already, okay? So you can't do anything. I'm so sorry that it didn't make you happy, okay? But what you need to do is find a very good psychologist or psychiatrist who does not judge you and who has experience working with people who did gender transformation, and work on this. And I'm telling you, if you contact me, I can teach you the spiritual part of it, how you can, me, I teach this technique for women who were raped, or they were mistreated or raped as a child when they were children, or later on in their life they've been through abuse, serious abuse on their body. And that is practically reconnect your sense, and you're loving yourself, discovering your own body, because usually because of the trauma, these women do not feel pleasure in sexual act, because the trauma is stored in their body parts, certain nerve ends that needs to be cleared up from energetic blockages. And this type of spiritual work that you can do yourself also could help you to reconnect with your body, with your new body, and embody a kind of feminine energy much more stronger than your masculine, so you could discover this fantastic feminine orgasm. It's possible. You can work with a spiritual worker who can recall your past lives when or where you were a woman. So you can recall these true feelings, these true psychological setup for your femininity, for your feminine body, okay? And there's other things I can help you with, to work with. And I know that I just helped one person who had similar problem, a guy who transformed into a woman. And it worked for him, okay? But this is just one person, so I can't promise anything, but you need to try this, because it's not fair that you're suffering like that. Do you understand? Everybody deserves love. And even if you change your gender, it doesn't matter. You have a beautiful soul. You are human. And every soul and every human deserves to be loved. So I won't judge you. Nobody will judge you. Who really knows human souls. And souls certainly does not judge you. Maybe it was a wrong decision. Who knows? Maybe not. But at the end, the healing has to be done psychologically, so you could enjoy life and enjoy relationship with others again. Do you understand? After the rest of it, I don't know what's gonna happen, okay? You need to understand, Divine Masculine, you can't use your twin flame. And I think you really wanted to fuck her up, to take that heritage away from her, what you left on her. And you have to change your mentality about that. You can't treat a divine feminine like that. Souls won't let you to do that. Maybe that is the reason why certain things turn out like that. You understand? You need to reconsider this plan of yours. And somehow found correct, fair solution for everybody. Well, this is my download. I don't know who is it for. Excuse me, I need to drink. I had to put it up, okay? I wish you well, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. And if you don't want to leave in comments because you are afraid other people will see it, and just you can send me an email. I will be really grateful. And thank you for watching. Please press a thumb up if you like it. And subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.